cryptocurrency exchanges around the world in chaos? Will the South African Reserve Bank issue their own digital currency? And did we see the final kick of a dying dollar yesterday? And what is going to happen today when we get the initial job loss claims? All of that and so much more. Welcome to Pounds for Breakfast. Okay, good morning and welcome, guys. I'm your host, Dane Van Amas. This is Pounds for Breakfast on this beautiful Thursday, the 19th of January. Now, we have a ton to discuss and a ton to get through. So let's start off right with the news, everything you need to know, and so much more. So let's just jump straight into it. We're going to start on a local front with South African news. And the South African Reserve Bank governor has mentioned that the South African Reserve Bank won't be the first to issue their own form of digital currency, right? They're going to be a follower in this movement, but it's very, very clear we are going to see digital currency here in Southern Africa. It's just a little moment in time. Now, moving a little bit forward from this, there is chaos around the world as we see the continuation of the FTX saga, right? Sam Bankman-Fried says $415 million was hacked from the exchange prior to its collapse. Now, we are seeing a ripple effect across the board as we see more and more cryptocurrency exchanges go under. And just this is one of a few to come. We are going to see a continuation of this across the board, right? We also see Genesis, another crypto firm that is also currently filing for bankruptcy as the SEC investigates their involvement as well with the FTX saga. Now, looking into the US, we see that the Fed's Logan supports a lower rate hike pace. Now, again, this is what the dollar has been waiting for. We're looking at the dollar potentially losing that all-time high that we've currently seen. The dollar sitting on a key support at this moment in time. We saw yesterday an overreaction in the markets based on the slowing down of inflation as we currently speak. So again, the Federal Reserve is scheduled to meet at the end of this month to give the next interest rate announcement for the dollar. Should we see a slowdown? Should we see a below expectation result there that is going to be bad for the dollar? And we could see that markets may utilize that as a rally. But looking into the fundamental side of things, we do have a good amount of fundamental data that we are going to be trading live this afternoon. Now, again, if you want to be a part of that, you'd like to come trade that live with us, ensure that you have a Globex 360 live account. Link in the description down below. Just by simply having a funded live account, you get access to live trading events where we physically analyze and trade the markets. It's an amazing community and you definitely want to be a part of that. But just looking into some of those fundamental data points, let's give it a quick look. We do have the housing starts as well as continuing jobless claims and then the initial jobless claims right now. Now, again, this is going to be happening at 3:30 this afternoon. And this is going to be the proverbial final nail in the dollar coffin right now. To show you this, I want to switch over really quickly and I want to just show you what is happening from a dollar perspective, that you can just get a clear understanding of where we are right now. So yesterday we had that data that came in for the dollar, and this was inflationary data, right? Where does the market sit from an inflationary perspective? Now we're getting all the right data the Federal Reserve is looking for. Currently, we are right now looking at that dollar index, and we can see that dollar index was currently sitting on that major support. Now, the inflationary data we got was positive, right? Meaning it's exactly what the Federal Reserve is aiming for, and this is negative effect for the dollar. We saw an initial positive effect on US 30 Dow Jones yesterday afternoon, but that was overturned very quickly by an overreaction towards that downside. Now, quickly having a look at where we're sitting on the US 30, it's very, very clear where that overreaction was, right? We're currently sitting there yesterday. This was a live event where we looked at boosting and essentially getting long on and utilizing that weaker dollar data for a US 30 long. However, markets had an overreaction towards the downside. I just want to show you this because this is going to be a key moment in time of where we could take advantage potentially this afternoon. Again, we have that fundamental data coming in at 3:30. So if you'd like to come and trade with that with us live, we're going to be trading that fundamental data all the way into the New York Stock Exchange. So it is going to be massive. It is going to be power. So let me just show you what it is that we're looking at and where the potential outcomes may be for an eventuality of a long on US 30. So just looking at the bigger picture here, this is the massive bear movement that we saw on the US 30, right? All the way through 2022, we've been in a massive decline there. I'm just going to switch over to a 4-hour time frame really quickly. and you can just see what it is that I'm talking about. So there is the 2020 decline right across US stock markets, but this primarily being the Dow Jones. We started to see that little bit of a bull optimism, a bull push, and we are obviously in that sideways movement that we currently find ourselves in. Switching over to a 4-hour, you can see that sideways movement a little bit clearly. I just want to point out right now that when we got that bull push out, we had a retracement back down to the 78.6 fib levels, right? Now, looking at what we saw yesterday, we had that bull momentum coming in through that second week of January. Where we were sitting yesterday was a key support level right there in that area. Markets had the data was in the favor for a long position, lower inflation rate, weaker dollar should have meant that stronger stock market as a whole. However, we got that knee-jerk reaction towards that downside. But just have a look here. Just have a look at the structural level that is coming in and offering this dynamic support along all the way from June last year to where we are currently now. In addition to that, we are at this moment in time pulling down to that 78.6 at that key support level. So what we're looking out for this afternoon is, are we going to get that additional dollar weakness? Because if we do, this overreaction that we saw yesterday could be countered with a massive upside move. So definitely something we want to be paying a ton of attention to. A lot of market opportunities available to us. Now, just having a look at some of the market opportunities that are available to you as a Globex 360 live account holder, just looking into the back end of our favorites. Remember, this is available to you in your back office. Our systems are picking up a probability and opportunity for that gold short, right? As you can see right there, we have an opportunity on this triangle for the dollar gold ratio to essentially short down to that 1892. So $1,892 per ounce. And this is silver. We have a look at that opportunity down to that 2311 mark. But on the WTI and Brent opportunities, we are seeing a potential breakout opportunity for a long. WTI West Texas Industries oil looking at a push out to that $84 level. And then having a look at Brent here just behind me, Brent is looking for an opportunity, a potential breakout of the smaller market structure towards that 91.20. That's definitely something you want to pay attention to and you do not want to miss out. Now, again, there's going to be a lot happening in the world today. And if you want to be a part of that, just make sure you have your Globex 360 live account. And we'll see you guys all live this afternoon for the special fundamental data event. We may trade that all the way into the New York Stock Exchange. I don't know. It's up to you. Let's see how the markets go and how the markets react. Until I see you all a little bit later on this afternoon. Again, you know the drill. Remember to learn, live, and trade the Globex 360 way. Until I see you all a little bit later. Goodbye.